Yep, vehicle for sale here. 2004. I got Element, the EX model. 5-speed manual transmission, all-wheel drive. I believe she's sitting at 283,000 miles. Still runs pretty good though. I enjoy driving it. It's been my daily work commuter. Go from Pueblo to Colorado Springs about 4 times a week. Doesn't really give me any issues at all. Just honestly found something a little bit bigger with a little more off-road capability and really couldn't pass the gale up on it. So fortunately and unfortunately, this thing is for sale. As you can see, I'm walking around the exterior. It's in pretty good shape. Just minor blemishes from around the fuel door. There's a little bit, it's probably hard to tell in the lighting, there's a little bit of like dimpling on this door. I'm not sure what it's from. Like, it kind of makes me think hail damage, but it's just kind of concentrated on this door. I'm not sure what to make of it. And of course this blemish right here in the paint, not sure if the camera's picking it up or not. The only other thing to note, crack in the front bumper there. Mirrors are good shape. There is a ding over here on the passenger door. That's about it when it comes to the exterior. I mean, for an 04, this Honda Element's actually held out pretty well. Hop inside here real quick. And this is the interior. Original radio. I still have the owner's manual with the radio code. Radio does work and everything like that. The dial, the numbers get a little funky. They get a little hard to read now and again on the radio. And like it's doing it now. It says a 5, but it's supposed to be a 9. Pretty easy to figure out. It does it every so often. I don't know why, it's just a random thing. But yeah, heater and AC work just fine. Never had a problem with that. 5-speed transmission feels pretty good. Of course, the gauges. There are a few of the backlights going out on this. They mostly work though. Like at night, you can't read the temperature gauge. You can see the needle, but you can't read the gauge itself. I think there's this side of the speedometer is getting dark, but you can still read it. Everything else lights up fine except for the blower. The blower knob, the backlight doesn't light up, but the recirc light still does. Who cares about that? As far as I know, though, the rest of the lighting all works pretty good. The fog lights, they're dim. I don't know if they're going to need new housings or new bulbs, but they are pretty dim. This is the back. My back seats are just fine. I just have them folded up and out of the way. Because I've been hauling some larger things the last couple of days, I needed to get some replacement furniture for the house. So there is that. And of course the rear glass works just fine. This works just fine. Releases and all that fun stuff. I'll give it a quick start for you. Or actually, I'll show you the engine. Let's see, what did I mention? The fog lights. A couple of bulbs are going out on this. That box back there. Not the box with all the stuff in it, but the smaller box is a replacement oil pan. The reason I got the oil pan is because the oil pan gasket has a slight oil leak. And the pan itself, I've noticed a little bit of surface rust on it. I don't think it's leaking out of those spots, but I figured if I'm going to replace the gasket, might as well replace the pan. For the asking price, or if we can negotiate it, I will include those two just to save you a little bit of money. What else can I tell you about this thing while I'm thinking about it? Fog lights, the oil pan. I'm sure something else will come to mind, but anyway, give this thing a start. Get the hood pop for you. I'm pretty sure you can hear it. It does have an exhaust leak. It is at the flange right behind the catalytic converter. Basically, I put it in an aftermarket donut, but I think it was slightly too big, and I think it's worked itself loose because, yeah, it came back out. We'll try and do this one-handed with you. Here's underneath the engine. It does have a brand new valve cover gasket. I also did just replaced the spark plugs probably 1,500 miles ago now, if that. I did do the valve adjustments myself. They sound a little loose, but stop it! They sound a little loose, but I'd rather hear them loose than tight. So there you go. The battery's on the older side. It still cranks up and passes a load test, but it is about 4 years old now. So there you have it. I think that's honestly it. Was the fog lights, the exhaust leak, and the oil pan gasket were about the only three things really wrong with this here Element. So this is just a quick tour. Feel free to message me or reach out if you're interested in it. Thanks.